So it's Wednesday the 16th of April and I've got some really exciting news. So we're going to be heading now to the EPT lab. So I don't know when this is going to be out, hopefully before we actually open. But we've been working really hard to create the best local personal training facility that you will ever find. So we're just going to head there today just to see where things are at. We've had the keys for about 2 weeks at this point, and we're just going to see where the builders are at right now, what's been done so far, because I didn't manage to get there yesterday, and some of the equipment has arrived as well, so we're just going to be checking out some of that. So come follow along this video. It's a bit of a behind the scenes what's going on. I'm also going to share with you at the end why exactly I'm doing this and some of the some of the vision really behind EPT Lab. Ignore how dirty the car is. Welcome to EPT Lab. So we've just come in, it's a bit of a mess at the moment because, so obviously still got the builders in, they're doing a great job, just putting up some of the stud walling at the moment. But we've also had the equipment suppliers and some of the fitters in as well, which is why we've got a bunch of stuff all over the place. So the last time I saw this, we only had kind of half the flooring down. The AstroTurf was kind of half rolled out. This is probably one of the things I'm most excited about. I know it's really small, but just this custom branded AstroTurf with this giant EPT Lab logo on it, which you can't really see right now, but absolutely love that. So we're gonna have EPT Lab giant logo up on the wall there. We're gonna have one on the wall there. We've got branding all the way around, so really you can't avoid any of the branding when you do come in here. Especially when we do get people in here to film with as well. One of the best things for me is just the ability to come in here as someone that wants to train with me or another coach in here, have an environment that you actually want to train in. So no loud gym, no people that you don't want to be training with, no people that, I don't know, forgot to shower in the morning. You know, there are a few local gyms like that. Peter's laughing because Peter knows. You're going to have none of that. And you're just going to have a really, really cool environment that you can train in with me or one of my coaches, one-to-one or small group if you want to do small group coaching. It's just going to have some of the best equipment that you can imagine. We'll go over some of the equipment in just a minute, and obviously the best coaching as well. And now, at the end of this video, I'm going to kind of share some of the philosophy and exactly what we're going to be doing here and providing, and what kind of motivated me to do this as well. But right now, really, I just want to show you some of the equipment that we've got in here already, unassembled, but I'm going to give you a good idea about some of the cool stuff we've got coming. All right, so I'm just going to show you this quick. So we've got a 2D mock-up of what equipment we've got coming and where it is. Now, a few of these I've changed. But Primal have got to come back to me with a 3D render of this as well. But this is going to give you a good idea about the type of equipment that we've got. So we've got like leg extension, hamstring curl. We've got racks here. We've got, what have we got? We've got leg press. We've got a power squat. We've got a lot of plate loaded row machines, shoulder press, chest press. Obviously these cool dumbbells up here. We've got a competition bench press up here. Not that I'm going to be competing in powerlifting anytime soon, but I just thought really cool to get a competition style bench press, back extension. There's loads of equipment that we've got coming, and obviously this is where our AstroTurf is. This is where our rubber floor is. So we've got loads of equipment that we've got coming, and that's just the Primal Strength stuff. So Primal Strength really are our main equipment supplier. So they're supplying kind of the heavy duty, the plate loaded stuff. For months and months, I've been working on the equipment and what we're getting. And I've visited loads of gyms, I've visited loads of suppliers. And to be honest, Primal was just the best one out there with regards to quality and feel, because for me, it's all about sitting on a piece of kit and actually just feeling good, i.e. like pressing and your shoulders feeling good. rowing, you know, feeling that tension in your back, you know, and especially when it comes to like leg exercises. For me, I've always had a bit of a cranky back and a cranky left knee. So having a leg press that feels good, and a squat machine, and even a Smith machine, like a Smith machine that's actually vertical rather than one of those dodgy like 5-degree angled ones, like, is a big thing for me. So Primal Strength are our primary supplier, and then we've got a lot of stuff coming from like Rogue. We've got a few Mirror Fit bits here and there, just for some of the light loaded stuff. And then we've got, I don't know, we've got foam rollers from different companies, Airx pads, all that smaller stuff as well. We've kind of approached smaller companies for. Our floor fitters at the moment, they're absolutely amazing. They're doing a really good job at kind of putting everything together and laying that down as well. But that's kind of just a few of the people involved in this. There are many, many people involved in this, but those are just kind of a few I want to give a shout out. And Nigel the builder, he's been awesome as well. He's so far put up all these walls for us. This was kind of like a tin shed beforehand. Obviously these have got to be finished, painted as well. We've got more walls to go up as well, more walls in that direction. But these got to be finished, painted. We're going with grey as well, so you can imagine grey with that logo in the background should look really cool on camera. But yeah, that's the vision for the place itself. Just going to actually just have a look at some of the kit that's actually been put together. So a lot of this I have actually tried in like one of their showrooms, but you know, some of it actually I haven't. So as I said, for me, like having a vertical Smith machine as opposed to one of those dodgy 5-degree angled ones is a big thing. I think they are yet to put a few screws in this, so I'm not going to touch that. This is a plate-loaded abductor machine. Now, we could have got like a pin-loaded one. This plate-loaded one feels fantastic. I've tried it. I think Glute Builder have kind of like a similar version, but the angle of this one feels really, really good. And that's the benefit to having a place like this, that it is owned and operated by a coach rather than like a business person, right? I own a business, but I am a coach first and foremost. I know what good equipment feels like. I know how to get the best from people's training. So I'm choosing equipment based on the results we can get from it, rather than just whatever company might have approached me, or finding something cheap or whatever, okay? So, and that's the idea, is to, you know, anyone that comes in and trains with us, they just get the best training experience possible on the best equipment possible. This is a really good example of a piece of kit that you wouldn't normally see designed like this. So there aren't many places where we have a back extension or hyperextension where you can actually adjust the incline of that back extension, which is a big one for me, because it means we can shift to a little bit more kind of hamstring bias. We can kind of load more in that length and range. We can kind of have that glutes focused variation. We can make it more like a horizontal focus, so you're loading your glutes in more that shortened range at the top. So this one was a big thing for me. Now, I know like it's a very simple piece of equipment and you see it at a lot of gyms, but just having this simple design change versus what you normally see means that we can get the best possible workouts out of using this. And obviously, like these chrome dumbbells, so these are from Primal. Now, they have custom built and ordered me like new inserts for these. So they're actually going to be taking out these Primal inserts, and these will be EPT. So whether you're chest pressing, shoulder pressing, doing rows, whatever, then you're going to be pressing, pulling, whatever, with some EPT branded dumbbells, which should look cool. So that's the equipment, really. We've got, I've got a load of equipment in the disabled toilet at the moment. No offense to disabled people or anyone that needs to use that toilet, but we don't have the need for it at the moment. So it's currently being used as storage for the likes of kettlebells. I won't need to show you the kettlebells too much, but yeah, so we've got plenty more equipment coming as well over the next few days. Myself and Peter filming at the moment. We're actually flying to Orlando next week, so we've got a big team photo shoot and a competition. So actually the final stages of this, I'm actually not going to be here for. Hopefully the people that I've left in charge of the finishing touches will be doing a good job with that. I can trust them, especially the sign fitters. They're very specific instructions as to where to put them. I would not find it the most funny if I came back and the sign was on the wrong wall. But yeah, we've got little things like that. Lots of kind of semi-stress going on at the moment with that stuff. So I know I've spoken a lot about it's kind of an empty space at the moment. There's not a lot going on. There's building work going on. There's lots of junk behind me, but it's just because, I'm so passionate about what we're doing here, and that is all as a result of like everything that's happened to get to this point. What we're doing here is truly a dream facility for me. So like I started coaching, or personal training should we say, like 19 years ago, and I always used to train people in like a big box gym. So if you're a trainer, you're gonna know this, but there's nothing worse than being in a big box gym at 5, 6 p.m. at night, or 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, where it's just rammed. It's full of people, and especially, I've always had this thing about like, I'm super professional, right? I just want to deliver the best service I possibly can, be as professional as I possibly can. So when you're training people in that kind of environment, you just don't feel as though you can provide a service and get them ultimately the results that their effort deserves, because you're having to change their training all the time, you're having to hop to a different piece of equipment. And what I also see as well, doing this for so long, some of the biggest things that hold people back from getting results from working with a personal trainer, or even just going to a gym by themselves, a big box gym, or a personal trainer in a big box gym, is just not feeling comfortable in that environment. When you step through the door, you want to know that you are in the best place possible for you. You want to feel comfortable. You want to feel as though you are around people just like you. You want to be listening to music that you want to be listening to. Or if you don't want music on, absolutely fine. And like, we can do this. We can do this because we are a one-to-one facility. We are a facility where you are appointment only. So you can't just walk into here. You have to make an appointment to come in. So at most, you might have me coaching you, or you might have one of my coaches coaching another person. So you might have 4 people in here at the same time. And because of the way we're kind of branding ourselves, because of the people that we are trying to appeal to, those people that ultimately want better for themselves, they want a higher standard of coaching, they want to come to an exclusive environment where they fit in, etc. You're not going to be having people training around you that you don't want to be kind of training with. You're also going to have a trainer that's really, really confident that they can deliver you the training sessions that are going to be getting you results. Now, I am an introvert by nature. I hate people. I don't hate people. I just, for fellow introverts out there, if you are around like large groups of people, you find it really draining and really off-putting. So a large drive for me to do this was to have somewhere where I feel comfortable to train people, and people that might be like me are also comfortable to train here as well, and to also be getting the best workouts they possibly can. As part of that system, if you know me, you know I'm all about transformations, right? Like, so many times in different magazines, throughout the world, I've been quoted as a, world-renowned physique coach or a world-renowned transformation coach. That is what I do. One of the biggest things I see with personal trainers now, and why I think the industry is dying, is that people turn up to a personal training session, to get a personal training session, feel as though they've had a workout, but they don't actually get any progress over time from that, because there's no structure to things. There's no education involved in what they're doing. There's no clarity with what they're working towards. So as part of EPT Lab, what we do is provide that system, that clarity, that education as we're working towards getting you those results. We also integrate nutrition within that as well, to make sure that we have a complete framework to ensure that you're getting the results you deserve. if you know me as well, you will know that my marketing isn't relied upon or isn't relying upon Facebook ads, isn't reliant upon people that come and train with me for a few sessions. It's reliant upon other clients, word of mouth, referrals. So for me, my best marketing is do a great job, and then my clients will tell other potential clients about the results that they've achieved, and ultimately that ends up becoming a client. So if I can provide the best possible training environment, the best results for you, then you're going to tell your friends, and ultimately we can create that little community of people that are all kind of striving for the same thing. So like that's what we're aiming for. It's Wednesday the 16th of April at the moment. We are aiming to open doors on May the 1st, but that's the week we get back from Orlando. So I'm hoping that kind of most things are finished by then, hoping that signage is up then. That's the last thing to go up, painting and then signage. So we're hoping that May the 1st will be the date where we can start taking consultations. So hopefully you've enjoyed this little behind the scenes YouTube video. The idea as well behind this facility is that I can really start filming content on a regular basis, like every single day, and start pumping out that content to you guys, giving you the knowledge, the know-how to be able to, elevate your own training and elevate your own physique. So whether that's part of working with me or doing your own thing, like I'm fine with that. I just want to make sure that I am adding to the industry, trying to, elevate it. If you want to work with myself, then obviously, I provide online coaching, as well as when the facility opens, we're going to be doing in person. I'm going to be providing free consultations in person with me here. You can actually see the facility for yourself, check out some of the equipment. We can go through a bit of a mini training session and an assessment to see how things feel and actually kind of discuss ultimately what it is you want to achieve. As well, you also have my men's and women's training programs. So I'll add all the links below. So the men's program is exactly what I'm doing right now. As you can tell, I've got a lot on my plate at the moment. Like I'm busy with the business side of things. I've still got like online coaching clients to manage. I've got 9 clients that are doing a photo shoot next week. I've got 8 clients peaking for a show next week. Like there's a lot on my plate right now, and 2 young kids as well. Don't forget about those. And that program is one that I'm able to stick to, see progress with. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know I've been speaking about kind of me just chipping away a little bit of body fat recently, but this is the program that I'm doing right now. So it's the men's program I'm doing. And then you've got the women's program as well. It's a monthly subscription program. I write a new training phase every 4 weeks, keeps you interested, keeps you focused on doing the things that work. I will put all the links below if you want to jump into those, or as I said, if you want to come and see me in person, then you can check that link below as well and find out how. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. Any questions, drop in the comments below. Hopefully see you soon, and hopefully welcome you on board one of my coaching platforms sometime soon.